When I was in the 6th grade, I was not terribly obese, but overweight. Didn't play sports. A lot of my friends played football in elementary school. We had the Falcon program. You could be a blue Falcon or a purple Falcon, but I wasn't really into football. But my 6th grade year, my dad decided he was going to help me out a little bit, so he taught me to play tennis. And I played all the way through junior high and high school, a little bit in college, so that was something I really enjoyed doing. But after, 3 or 4 times out playing with Daddy, I started beating Daddy, and then Daddy wouldn't go play with me anymore. So maybe you've had that circumstance. I have an oddity for you. Something between Jesus and the apostles. There was a time when Jesus had taught the apostles and prepared them for ministry. There was a pocket of time anyway when the apostles were actually far more successful in their ministry than Jesus was. And the occasion I'm talking about is found in Mark chapter 6. And I'll just read you a couple of little snippets. The chapter begins with Jesus going home to Nazareth, where he grew up. The people were amazed at his teaching, but they were also offended by him because he seemed like he was a little too big for his britches, right? He'd forgotten his raising. Isn't this the carpenter? Don't we know his brothers and sisters? Didn't he grow up here? So they didn't have a lot of encouragement for Jesus, and Jesus had a problem doing ministry in his own hometown. This is what it says. Jesus said to them, only in his own hometown and among his own relatives and in his own house is a prophet without honor. He could not do many miracles there. Actually, Mark says he could not do any miracles there. Matthew says he could not do many, except lay his hands on a few sick people and heal them. He was amazed by their lack of faith. Then you have a little subject break that says Jesus sends out the 12. So Jesus went around teaching from village to village. He called the 12 to him, and he sent them out 2 by 2 and gave them authority over evil spirits. So you remember what we talked about this morning. He called them to himself. He sent them out. So this is the second time. He calls them in. He gives them a mission. He sends them out 2 by 2. And the end of the story is they went out and preached that people should repent. They drove out many demons and anointed many sick people with oil and healed them. So Jesus goes to Nazareth, and he's so taken aback by the lack of faith there that very few good things happen for the people of Nazareth, that he sends out his apostles 2 by 2, and the report that they bring back is we were able to cast out the evil spirits, and we were able to heal a lot of people. So it's kind of an interesting thing that happened in the ministry of Jesus. For you and me, there are times that we feel very powerful, times that our ministry is going well, times that we talk to people and they listen, opportunities that we have to lead people to the Lord, and we can celebrate those opportunities. But know this, there were times even in the master teacher's life when he encountered people who were amazed but not interested, people who wanted to watch but didn't want to participate in the things that Jesus was trying to give them. So the apostles stepped in and did a wonderful ministry, but even they, during their lives, had moments when people were not listening to what they said. They never stopped. They never gave up on the gospel. They just kept doing what they needed to do until the next time that somebody listened. If there's some way we can encourage you, we want to, as we sing.